Hi, I'm Susan Sanderock, and I've been a member of St. Paul's for a long, long time. Uh, I'm a Sunday school teacher, and at present I teach second and third grade. Today I'd like to talk to you about the story of the synagogue and the upper room. This is the synagogue in Nazareth. Nazareth is the place where Jesus grew up. Now we know that after Jesus was baptized, he went into the desert for 40 days. And when he came back, he crossed the River Jordan and went home to Nazareth. And there, as was his custom, he went to his synagogue. And he went up to the reading place and took out the scroll of Isaiah. He read, "The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me. He has sent me to bring good news to the oppressed, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and release to the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor, to comfort all who mourn." And then he rolled it back and went and sat down. The men then discussed the reading. But Jesus said, "It is true what you have just heard. I have said the truth." With that, the group got very angry with him. They didn't understand. They said, "You are not the Messiah. We know you. You're Mary and Joseph's son." And they took him out of the synagogue to the edge of the city where there was a cliff. And some of the men wanted to throw him off the cliff. But Jesus just turned and walked up into the hills. Many days later, he gathered his 12. And he did his work. It was many days. And then he looked to Jerusalem for the last time. And he and his 12 entered the city, and it was on a Sunday. And on Monday and Tuesday, he went to the temple and he taught. But on Thursday, the temple guard could not find him. That evening, Jesus and the 12 went through the narrow, dark streets of Jerusalem and up some stairs to an upper room where they got together at a table and had the Last Supper. At the end of the dinner, Jesus did something that was unusual. He took the bread and took a piece of it and shared it with his 12. And he said something like, when you share the bread like this, I will be with you. The men didn't know exactly what he meant, but he was always saying things like that. And then he took the wine and he took a sip and he shared it with his 12. And he said, and when you take this wine and share it like this, I will be with you. They didn't understand the meaning, not then, but later they did. Why don't you take a look at this very closely? What could this be?